Welcome everyone. This is the second video where we will create a simple to-do list application and then use MobX with it. So for the benefit of this project and this video, we have already created one application, React application, which is named as MobX to-do list. And we have removed all the unnecessary files and CSS from this project and only kept welcome to React Wonders in the app.js, and it's just giving a simple display of welcome to React Wonders. Now next we are going to create a simple folder, and inside that folder we are going to create three files. One will be a to-do main landing page, is a JSX component. Another will be to-do component JSX. And the other one would be to-do class, which will use letter. Now this to-do main component will be having a functional component, and here we are using a snippet, RAFC snippet. You can get this snippet from ES7 React Redux native snippet package. So I've already installed it over here, and here we can start by adding to-do list. And we can import this component to-do main component in app.js. And now we will create the to-do component. Here we'll create an input value, input text type. We'll have a value, an on-change event, and it would also have button, submit button, and a clear button. Now let's create a state variable to populate the input type text field. So we're going to use use state method over here. And here we're going to use state snippet. We're creating a state variable, and it is initialized to blank. And we are also going to create an array which will be initialized as well with a null value. And we are going to populate the value with the input value state variable, and we're going to create a method. So add to do an array method. which we are going to call at the time of uh, submitting the to-do list or to-do item. Now, to handle the change of input value, we are going to create an arrow function which will set the input value e dot target dot value. And for the add to do method, we're going to set the array with the values, input values. But before we do that, we need to spread the array, all the values in the array, and then we're going to add the input value. At the same time, we're going to set the input value null, and that is pretty much it. Let's check this. We have the welcome to React Wonders and to list. Okay, we have not imported the to do component yet. Let's import it over here. Let's test it. Yep. So it is coming over here. So if we are entering any to do item, it's getting submitted, but it's not getting displayed. Why it is not getting displayed? Because we have not rendered it yet. So let's render the values over here. We'll give a para and let's map to the array. We have that over here with the to do array dot map. We map to each element and we'll have an index for them and we'll display them in key tag. Each key will have a key of the indexes and will show each element. Let's see. Let's refresh the page. Start A, B. Pretty straightforward and it's working. So we are entering each to-do item, and when we are clicking on submit button, it's triggering the add to do method, which is setting the array. It's spreading out the initial values of the array, and then it is adding the input value at the end of that array. And at the same time, it is initializing the input value to null. That's why when we are entering anything and when you're clicking on submit button, it's getting added over the into the array and it's making the input text null. Now we'll try to create clear button method. So for that, we'll create a const here we do method, an array method, which will, and it's going to set the array. Sorry. And we're going to call this method on click of clear button. Let's test it. It's working. So we can add it over here one by one to do item. And if we want, we can clear them out. So it's working pretty much. And so this is how a simple, straightforward to-do application uh, is created in React application with the functional use-state approach. However, this is entirely not the way we are hoping to do through MobX, because in that case we need a centralized approach where we'll be having a store where we'll be having an object, and that object will be storing this value to do items value, and which will be and it will be storing with an id, and all the methods will be centered there in that same class file, and we'll be creating an instance of that class file, and we'll be using that. So we'll do that in the next video. So thanks for watching.